Who's the biggest menace in JJK? Is it Geto? Is it Mahito? Is it Gege Akutami? Well, I did a community poll and a lot of you think that it's Sukana. Well, I'm here to tell you why you're all wrong. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't ranked them myself yet. I made a video on JJK where I scaled who got it the worst in the Shibuya Arc. Well, today I'm gonna rank who's actually the worst in Jujutsu Kaisen. Who's the one everybody's gotta watch out for? I have gathered some notable characters from the show and we'll be putting them on a scale from nice to menace. Let's go. Let's start with the author's least favorite character, Gojo. Gojo might be one of the good guys, but that doesn't exempt him from making this menace list. Ever since he was a kid, he's been effortlessly striking fear into people. Having been born with the 6-eye technique and obtaining the ability of infinity made him a pretty cocky individual. And you can see this whenever he fights. I mean, in episode 1 where he's fighting Sukana, bro sitting on Sukana's back, smiling the whole time while fighting him. Then later on, bro demonstrates his infinity technique to Jogo, deciding to teach him about himself, telling Jogo, hey, come here, I'm not gonna hurt you. Then starts putting the beats on him as he's explaining his technique, and he's smiling again. When he's facing the 3 curses in Shibuya, he's grinning, he's smiling while fighting Toji. Even when he's putting the beats on Miguel, he's even smiling there. Wait, what? Hold on. Why is the only time he's not smiling when fighting, he's putting the beats on a black man? All I'm saying is if you happen to be fighting somebody and you're losing horribly and you manage to get a glimpse at them and they seem to be enjoying their time putting their hands on you, you're dealing with a menace, bro. This man Gojo gets endorphins from handling people. I will say though, he's the lowest on this menace list. He barely makes it because he is a good guy at heart. And in the community poll, you guys also agree that he's ranked the lowest. Now let's talk about Todo. If Todo meets you and he don't like your type in a woman, say goodbye. Bro asked Itadori mid-fight was his type in a woman, and when Itadori explained that he likes girls that look like Jennifer Lawrence with wagons, this man starts crying and reminisces to a life that he never had. Now, when he asks Megumi what type of girl that he likes, Megumi's like, I like a girl with a good head on her shoulders. Bro clotheslined him instantly. Was beating Megumi up so bad that Megumi was about to summon this treasure. This is not a man who should just be walking around in the public if he's just gonna put the beats on you because you don't got an interesting type of what type of girl you like. But the thing is, like, who gonna stop him? This guy is unhinged. I'm gonna put him at 4 on this list because he still be saving the day and stuff, and compared to the other people that we about to get into, what he does is extremely mild. All right, now let's talk about Geto. Geto saw Frieza calling everybody monkeys and was like, yo, that kind of roll off the tongue. I'm gonna start using that. This man was so calm and collected in his origin story. He had a cool head on his shoulders. Then little girl got dropped in front of him. And this event traumatized them, and rightfully so. I mean, it traumatized me when I was watching the episode. And these are just 2D images. I was so shook, I let the ending play, and I don't never let anime endings play. Usually when somebody sees a kid get offed in front of them, they'll need to go to therapy to unpack what they just saw. But you know, the hidden inventory took place in 2006 when nobody going to therapy in 2006. So Geto just took it on the chin and kept swallowing curses as he descended into madness. Bro was mad manic in the shower. On one of his missions, he then stumbles to this village, and this village done something in his eyes was unacceptable. The village ended up caging these 2 little girls because they were sorcerers, and they believed that these 2 sorcerers were the reason that their village were getting terrorized by these curses. After all of the BS and hardship that Geto was experiencing, seeing these 2 girls locked into a cage was his breaking point. So let's just say bro Itachi Uchiha'd that whole village, 112 people to be exact. And in that moment, if you want to play devil's advocate, you can see his reasoning on why he Itachi Uchiha'd that whole village. But then he takes it a little too far. Geto then comes to the conclusion that sorcerers aren't the problem in the world. The real problem are the humans who can't defend themselves from cursed spirits. And the solution that he comes up with is similar to a dictator from the 1940s that I won't mention on this channel. I don't want to get demonetized. Bro started plotting to kill a whole section of humans who weren't jujutsu sorcerers, and he didn't blink an eye when his methods were questioned. He was like, this is how it has to be. It's where we got this iconic Gojo Geto meme. But this is the definition of being a menace to society. I'm gonna put him at a 7 because at least in his eyes what he's doing is a necessary evil. But bro, you're literally planning genocide. On the community poll, you guys don't really think he's that much of a menace. He has the lowest amount of votes. How does Gojo have more votes than Geto? That's interesting. Now let's talk Toji. Toji is a menace. Yes, but compared to everybody else who's on this list, I'd say he's closer to the Gojo lower part of the scale. I mean, he committed Roblox no life in order to save his son. It's commendable. I think Toji is less of a menace because he's really just locked in on proving Jujutsu Sorcerer Society wrong. He acknowledges the unfairness in this society. He's not just going out and killing random innocent civilians. He's taking contract jobs and getting them done. So if you're involved in this dirty Jujutsu Sorcerer world, you get what's coming to you. With some exceptions. Okay, he's a menace for shooting this little girl and not batting an eye afterward. Bro killed her and was like, all right, now that that's done, what we about to get into? I think I'm gonna head out, get something to eat. This is a really crazy mission. That's the most menaceful thing that he's done. He really would just outbox other sorcerers and curses. I don't really think that being a top tier fighter makes you a menace, even if he was the antagonist. But shooting a middle school girl in the noggin definitely does. So I'm gonna put him above Todo on the scale. I'm gonna put him at 5, a good 5. And on the community poll, he was at an 8%. So you guys seem to agree. He's not that bad, but the bar is very high. High because of the next two people I'm gonna talk about, Sukana and Mahito. Now, who's the biggest menace between these two? Well, Sukana is the king of curses, so we can assume that he's done crazy things. He's the epitome of evil. But the thing is, we haven't really seen with our own eyes the messed up things that Sukana has done in comparison to Mahito. Allow me to explain with a hypothetical question of sorts. Would you rather die instantly because your city is getting a bunch of wind blades and explodes for reasons unknown? Or would you rather be turned into a meatball curse and suffer indefinitely until one of your only few friends has to kill you? Like, Sukana is causing you temporary pain. He's not gonna waste his time with people that are extremely weaker than him. And if he does waste his time, he's more of a troll than he is a menace. For example, when he stopped Kusakabe and Panda when that meteor was coming to him, and he was like, hey, only go when I say go. He's not even that much of a menace to Itadori. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna take over your body soon. Be on the lookout. The biggest menacing thing that Sukana does to Itadori is the fact that Itadori has to remember what Sukana has done with his body. But Mahito, bro, Mahito has been a crazy menace towards the world and Itadori. What he did to Junpei, making him a meat curse, slapping Nobara in the face and making her eye explode, killing Nanami in front of Itadori. And to top that off, in that scene, the most menacing, messed up thing he ever did that establishes one of the best new villains and being more of a menace to me is when Itadori is yelling at Mahito in anger and frustration, and Mahito just mocks him back. I have never seen such asshole behavior from an anime villain. This is A1 menace. Sukana got more bodies than Mahito, being the king of curses and all and being this all-powerful being, but Mahito, with the fewer bodies that he's racked up, even though they're probably in the hundreds, turns people into these disgusting creatures, torments them, and on top of that, he's just an A1 asshole. For that, he is the highest menace. At least Sukana, through all his evil, has some sort of moral compass. Mahito does not. So I'm putting Sukana at a 9 and Mahito at a 10, making Mahito biggest menace in Jujutsu Kaisen. But according to the community poll, some of you might disagree. Sukana is the highest menace according to you guys, and Mahito follows behind through a very large margin. I disagree. I think you guys are wrong. That's it for this video though. I post polls like that almost every day. So subscribe and become a part of the community, become a medic today. I'm Tyler Relief. I'm out. Goodbye.